It'll be one to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy, coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, 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 dig, 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 go, 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 go.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
Yeah, Steve Richards with PRN. Greg, can you reflect on your Kansas win last year, and what you think you worked maybe a little bit more on fuel mileage this time around?
Yeah, fuel mileage definitely a factor. Thank goodness we had about almost a gallon of fuel left after that last one. Maybe I'll keep it running this time and not coast. I really look forward to going back there. I think that our mile-and-a-half program with the new car is very good, and certainly we stand a great opportunity to go back there and defend our win with the new car.
Dan Gelsman, the Associated Press. Greg, last week you said you never counted yourself out, but others looked at you kind of as a dark horse or as a long shot. Why do you think you're viewed that way then?
I think it's easy to start looking at the guys that are always in the limelight, and looking to them for success, and so some of the guys sort of get a little overlooked, but that doesn't really bother me any. Certainly, if we end up winning the title, then they'll be talking about us. So I know that that's what I need to do is worry about the 16 car and winning there, and we'll see if we can get that dark horse to go again this weekend.
A couple more for Greg. Chuck?
Yeah, Greg, Chuck Dibbler of the Express-Times, Newhouse Newspapers. Going back to the Kansas race, that was sort of weird because at the end, the 07 was posted on the scoreboard and on the monitor. What did you think? I mean, how did that go? And what happened afterwards? Was there like a lot of chatter behind the scenes?
Yeah, I was wondering whether NASCAR was going to penalize him for passing under the caution and put him to the rear of the field, him and the 48. And I was surprised that they didn't, because they went back, looked at the GPS speed on the 07 and 48, and they were going 80 miles an hour when they crossed the start-finish line. And the pace car runs 55 miles an hour. So they were certainly going faster than they were supposed to be going, and I was going 10 miles an hour slower than the pace car was. So the big discussion became, well, what is, maintaining a minimum or what maintaining a cautious pace? Well, I mean, the pace car speeds up, slows down around equipment and all that. Actually, the pace car never goes over 55, but goes under 55. The field's frozen when the caution flag flies, meaning you're not allowed to pass or not supposed to pass. I suppose if they would have passed me going 55 miles an hour, not 80 miles an hour, then it might have been a different consideration. But NASCAR looked at all the things and said, 45 miles an hour, what you were coasting at is plenty fast enough, in our book for, that particular situation, and those guys sped up to pass you deliberately. So, we're gonna, and reality is the race is over when the white flag came out. All you have to do is cross the start-finish line, and that's what NASCAR's told us, because the same thing happened to me at Talladega. Talladega, there was a huge accident, huge wreck on the backstretch. Well, I missed the wreck and drive back to the start-finish line. There's a picture of the 29 car stuffed in, dead stopped, wrecked up to the windshield. He backs up and drives back to the start-finish line and scores ahead of me when they reshuffle the field. So was that maintaining a cautious pace? He had to put the car in reverse, back up, and drive back to the start-finish line. They put him in front of me. And I followed the 29 car, or the 31 car, across the start-finish line. We were scored 12th and 13th. By the time Monday morning, I was scored 18th. I put all those cars back in front of me because they said all they had to do was come back and get across the stripe. Anybody that made it back across the stripe, they gave them their position. So that's more controversial than, coasting 45 miles an hour and, two guys shooting by you right at the last minute. So there's a lot of discretionary things that go on in those situations. And what the situation we were in, I thought It was a furthest thing from my mind that you know, they were going to go by me, and that was going to be any kind of significance, you know, because I knew all I had to do was cross the start-finish line. You know, the race was already over, you know, in my opinion. This was just a technicality that we had to come back to cross, so I didn't think anything of it at the time.
Okay, wrap up with Claire.
Claire Beelang, XM. Can you talk about going to Walter Reed yesterday? And I know it's like the basic question, like, yeah, it was great and everything, but it had to be, I don't know, something special to be able to spend some of your time there.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that anybody that ever gets an opportunity to go and see what we see is pretty overwhelming. The dedication to our country and to our freedom of what you and I get to do every day, what we're sitting here doing right now, the sacrifices that those guys have made, men and women, is pretty incredible. You know, a lot of them don't have legs anymore. A lot of them are missing one or more arms, and you know, we'll never be able to enjoy the things that we get to enjoy. So for them to, you know, make that sacrifice to defend what we get to do every day is pretty incredible. And those guys, they want to go back and fight for our country again. You know, and some of them will get to, and some won't because of their injuries. But it's pretty overwhelming to see. You know, when you think you had a bad day, you got stuck in traffic, or you forgot the charger for your cell phone, it went dead, and you can't you know, call anybody. To see what these guys have gone through, you know, what puts in perspective what a bad day is for all of us.
Big NASCAR fan.
Yeah, all of them are big NASCAR fans, and they're like, you know, we don't get to see a lot of races, but we get to see some of them. A lot of them diehard, you know, sports fans in general. You know, mostly NASCAR, but certain other guys are passionate about some other sports. So it's neat to see.
All right, Greg, thank you for your time. Good luck this weekend.
Yeah, out there. There's always been stuff out there, you know. People, the RV lots already.